Welcome to the Hoh Rainforest, the only rainforest in the continental 48 states. And we are entering we are about to hike the Hoh Rainforest Trail, and we're gonna enter through this entrance of 2 trees.
This is an old growth temperate rainforest. It receives 144 inches of rain or something like that a year. Green drapery softens the outlines of the forest. With your senses, discover how this environment is special. Damp smells, a mix of decay and fresh growth, sounds of water from streams or dripping leaves. Different textures of a variety of plants and the cool breath of fog against your cheek. These trees covered with moss, and actually up in the canopy more trees are growing on tree branches where soil has accumulated in the moss and plants have begun growing.
Is this the creek?
This is the creek. This is the Taft Creek.
Well, there's a fish we could possibly
You
find.
see any fish?
Baby fish, which are red clusters.
It's the Chinook? No, coho salmon.
I found something on the this cool? It, like, you can see it at the bottom there, but it's a tiny river, but outside of it.
He said we might see some baby coho salmon in this creek.
Let me check the other side.
Let me know if you see anything. Now, in this area, they have elk.
Olympic elk.
They're called the Roosevelt elk. All around, there are elk.
You might see them now, but all around there's evidence of the Roosevelt elk herd. Look for the tracks in the soft ground. Elk have trampled on a path near here. Those cropped off trees along the trail. Despite the lush growing conditions, browsing elk keep the forest relatively open. Elk tracks.
Daddy, what if we come into the aggle fish?
That'd be cool.
Did you any name of it?
Alright, we're heading to the Hall of Mosses. And then we're going to do the Spruce Trail after that.
No, that's starting.
It's a big bridge, and it's a very deep bridge.
Yeah. You see anything in that water?
There's this soft stuff in the water that you can drop for the soft.
How do you know it's soft? I
Yeah.
know it's soft.
Okay, let's continue the trail.
It needs to be super big.
Treetop World. The upper reach of the conifers, many well over 200 feet tall, is an environment apart. Birds and flying squirrels you might never see near ground level nest up there. Examine fallen cones and bits of lichen. Focus upward. Learn to identify the trees. Sitka spruce with sharp needles growing all around the branch, drooping tops of western hemlock, Douglas fir with thick, deep furrowed bark. Hall of Mosses. Lush beards of club moss are attached to boughs, but feed only on air and light. The rainforest atmosphere supplies enough moisture and wind-borne nutrients. Certain trees, like these big leaf maples, support denser clusters of air plants and epiphytes, lichens and hanging mosses. Compare different types of limbs, available sunlight, and relative dampness. Ascending this bank, beginning the 3/4 mile loop, you have climbed to a higher river terrace and are now entering an older part of the forest. Here there is a primeval spirit Moldering logs, trunks shaggy with moss, and giant trees that seem old as earth. Got this weird root growing out of the tree and then into the tree and then down into the ground. It's like an exterior root. Mm-hmm.
Someone left their backpack there.
It's probably one of these people. Wow, that's hanging.
I really
Feet. It's hanging down by feet, like 3 feet, 4 feet in spots.
I really need a photo.
Wow, look at some big trees. Stand next to that, Aiden. Aiden, stand next to this. It's a huge tree. Aiden, go stand up here. Come on. Get ahead of me. Aiden, get ahead of me. There's a tree tunnel. Sort of. Go through the tunnel. Show how big that is. Trees as wide as you are tall. Nurse logs. When a big tree falls, it can provide a stage for new life. Hemlock and spruce seedlings, unable to survive on the tangled forest floor, absorb minerals, moisture, and warmth from the decaying trunk. Even on this perch, competition is fierce. Only a few seedlings last, and their roots reach soil. New trees often seem to stand on stilts as the nurse log molders away.
As Clear Lake.
Wow. Oh, did you hear that woodpecker?
Yeah.
Just echoed through the whole forest.
That was one of my favorite activities too.
What was?
That one in the museum.
Decor of the rainforest. Here youth and age are intertwined. Shelf fungus fruits on a dying spruce trunk. A colonnade of trees straddles a decaying nurse log. Your senses detect the unique atmosphere of the rainforest. Wind in the upper story barely riffling the lower floor. Air plants growing green upon green, or subtler features like the light filtering from treetops down through tapestries of moss. This is one of my favorite hikes I've ever done. I love it.
Hey, there's a fort under there.
It's almost like those crawl-through trees.
Oh, it's even got a spiky. It's that spiky thing, like this spike thing. I'll take you in. Can I do it? No. Oh, got it. The sap. I mean, there's this really like that sap. There's a spiky thingy. There's an entrance and exit right there. Go out. So it's not the main one like that. I mean, there's a crawl hole entrance there, and another nice one there. I don't want to get dirty, so I'm not going to the crawl one, and I'm going to go onto the trail. Then go back out. Then there's also an animal one too, right there. And if you didn't see, there's also
Want me to pick you up?
that one too.
I pick you up in the back. Not in the back, not in the back.
Hey, look at that root system.
You can see inside of it. Look.
It's like the tree fell out, and then you can see inside the root system.
Look above us.
Oh yeah. You can see how that other tree grew out of the dead one. You see that? That's the new tree. It's coming out of a dead one. And you got a new one growing up and up and up and up and up and up.
Eventually, that might get a little heavy for that old trunk.
You're right. You're right. That tree could very well, the new tree could fall out if it gets too big.
Unless it hits the ground.
The roots get down to the ground. They grow right around it like this. See, like this one did.
Can I see it?
Yeah, there's like a dead tree, and then the roots grow big and grow around it. And
It already looks like it started to do that.
yeah.
It got a head start
We'll
when it
come
broke
back in
off,
100 years
finally.
and take a look.
This one right here.
Okay. How tall is this fallen spruce? Every step for me is about 3 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50, 51, 52, 53 steps. So that's 159 feet. The trunk is 190 feet long, but this huge trunk is only a portion of the original standing tree. In the rainforest, Sitka spruces average 220 to 300 feet tall.
Oh, look at this.
So, a little longer than my...
Wait, look inside here. There's like a little roof. You have a roof, a big one, and it goes in pretty far with a spike in there. There's some white stuff. Oh, what is it?
Fungus of some sort.
Yeah, it looks like
A root hanging down, yeah.
It looks like snow.
It did look like snow. Low down, like dominoes, a few falling giants topple the trees around them. Notice the shallow roots. In this climate, the big trees don't need tap roots to get moisture, but they are vulnerable to winter storms. As the trunks begin to decay, they provide a hot house environment for spruce and hemlock seedlings. In a few hundred years, a new stand may disguise this. And we have completed the loop. So this is the end of our Hall of Mosses trail. You are standing on top of a former riverbank, a more open area where big Douglas firs have enough light to grow old. Along this 1.25-mile loop trail is a lush variety of plants representing different ages and stages of forest affected by the wandering power of the Hoh River.
Daddy, right here.
What's that?
When you finish, you can go over and walk to those 3 signs in there.
That way's back.
What?
What?
When you finish, you can stop it, and when you finish the hike, you can go walk over to the 3 signs and listen and record them.
Okay. Can I go first or?
Hey, look, it's a pine cone.
Yeah, show the camera.
Hey, it's green.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a young one, though.
The 2 big trees in the clearing ahead are Douglas firs. Oh, up there? Okay. You can identify them by their red-brown, deeply furrowed bark. Unable to reproduce in deep shade, young Douglas firs are scarce in the rainforest. They need a disturbed open area created by a blowdown or fire. I don't know, I think those are... I'm not sure. I think those are too old. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's some tall ones here.
You can put it on camera?
Yeah. Oak in the forest. Young shoots are cropped off, herbs are trampled. In the clearings ahead, look for signs of browsing elk. The herds keep the forest floor from becoming a dense jungle of shrubs, salmonberry, and vine meal. On this trail, you have seen a mature forest, some of its trees many centuries old. As they are living, towers seem to support more and more life. Mosses, lichens, squirrels, woodpeckers. At death, they have a legacy of nutrients. The Spruce Trail steps down to the Hoh River through younger stages of forest. A variety of habitats tempered by the shifting course of a glacial stream.
Well, if you look at this.
We did hear some woodpeckers.
Korean woodpecker,
Yeah, well, we didn't
Douglas
see it.
skull, lettuce lichen, pine siskin, and goldfish finch nest.
Yep. Layers of the forest. Look through many levels of life. Matted ground cover, festooned maples, conifers looming high above. The different layers are thickly interwoven. On a fallen moss-covered log, young Sitka spruces try to survive the competition. Club moss clings to big leaf maple boughs, and the floor is strewn with lettuce lichen blown down from the treetops. A different community. The lower ground was once a riverbed. As a result, you are stepping down into a different plant community where water flowed more recently. Compare the vegetation with the older forest you've recently experienced. People brought chairs with them. All right, Aiden, you gotta stick your feet in the water. Or your hands, I mean. Come on, come this way.
I wonder how deep it gets.
Not too deep, you can see the bottom of it.
Yeah, I wonder if you could like walk across.
I'm sure you can walk across it. It's not that deep. Especially over there, you can see where the rapids are. Yeah, fish would like that. They could take a break. But you can see the line of stones there creating a dam along the river.
I wonder who made that. Hey, look, there's stone houses over there. Yeah?
No.
Oh, that's the edge there. There's a little dam island.
A little cairn? Yeah.
Alright, let's continue on the Spruce Nature Trail. If you notice, it's sandy here. This trail is made out of sand. It's close to that river. If you can see, there's a pool over there. So salmon west.
When they're swimming back upriver.
Yeah.
Well, considering this area is down about close to 20 inches of what they should be at for rain for the year, the water level is probably a lot lower. And then this is actually the drier time, so they usually don't get much rain in July and August. But then the month of October, November,
And December.
they get 9+ inches of rain every month.
Yeah,
Not more.
December too.
So we get a lot of rain, and
December, by the way, is when the salmon run. So that's why you get so much rain. They do it in that month because the water is so high.
so the rangers say December was the month to come back here and see the salmon.
Yeah.
Now there's a couple of viewpoints marked off on this all trails. We got unique tree coming up. And then together they stand and all in a row. And then forest disturbances. So we got 4 information viewpoints up ahead.
That's a tall tree right there.
That's a big one. That's one of those sitka spruce, probably. They grow 200 to 300 feet old, tall.
They look like they're redwoods, but they're not. There are some Sitka spruces over there.
Sitka spruce covered in moss.
There were ones over there that they looked like they could have been 200 or 300 feet tall.
Yeah. This is a cool little walk here.
Oh, yes.
I like when the trees bend over the hiking trail in an archway, like this one. Wait till you see this tree. That is cool.
Is this the unique tree?
Uh-huh. Tree tipped over. And then all those trees grew up on the side of it.
Oh, I saw
On top of it.
this. I didn't even see those trees.
Yeah, there's big, well, I think those trees are on the trunk more. Turn around. I got it.
I didn't, and look how deep those roots go. They go really far down from up there. They go all the way down to here, plus they
Yeah.
go even further down from there. Wow, these trees are kind of tall.
It's a very unique tree. Oh, look at this, Aiden.
Wow, that's a cool part of it. Wow, this tree must have
The
fallen
tree
down a long
fell.
time ago.
Oh, it fell a long time ago, that's for sure. And you got other trees growing right off the top of it. And their roots stretch down to reach the ground, which makes them more stable. And they grow into the nurse log, they call it. But this is a giant one. Got ferns growing out of the side, mosses hanging off the branches. Huh.
I'm gonna touch it.
Together they stand. This western hemlock is actually composed of several individuals. Originally, many seedlings took root on a rotting stump. The seedlings near the edge grew roots down the sides of the stump and reached the ground first. Eventually, the soil-rooted hemlocks crowded out the others and joined together, giving the appearance of a single tree.
Is this even kind of the old stump?
It's an old stump in there. Yeah, I bet it is. Yep.
But there's a mushroom stuck in there. Looks like it hasn't decayed because there's trees around it. See that one right there?
Oh yeah, mushroom up there. Yeah.
There's a spider web that looks like it's still.
A lot going on. A lot going on these trees. Salmonberry. Where elk are rare, salmonberry can grow 15 feet high, but in the Hoh, it seldom reaches 4 feet. Look for elk browse shoots along the trail. The berries were eaten by Indians and are an important wildlife. all in a row. This colonnade of Sitka spruce and western hemlock straddles the remains of its nurse log. Even if the nurse log had moldered completely away, the buttressed roots of the trees standing in a straight line would tell how growth began. All these trees grew right from that fallen tree. Wow.
Walk from above this, it looks like, hey, there's a creek down there. Look.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the creek?
Yeah, it looks like you could walk above the creek on that. And
Yeah.
You could walk.
Oh, absolutely. It's cool. Cool bridge.
Oh, look at this pool over there.
This must be Taft Creek again. This is the bridge that we were on when we started, isn't it?
What bridge?
Right up here, there's a bridge. I think that's where we started. Maybe not. No, I guess not.
Isn't this mile a mile, just 12 mile long?
It's at 1.25 miles. We are at 1 mile.
Oh, I've already hiked that far?
Yeah, we've hiked 1 mile. Spring water. The clear waters of Taft Creek come from springs and seeps just upstream. Filtering down through forest soil, rainwater slowly percolates through deep layers of sand and gravel and supplies the springs with a steady flow. So this is different than the glacial fed waters of the Hoh River, which have that blue color from the glaciers pulverizing rocks under their massive weight. Forest disturbances. You have seen how the forest responds to the forces of windstorm and wandering river. On a slightly higher terrace, you can walk the 3/4 mile Hall of Mosses Trail, that's one we just did, through an older, more stable section of rainforest. Coho in the creek. Look into the clear waters of Taft Creek. In late fall and winter, coho salmon spawn in stream gravels. The fry emerge in spring and feed in the river for a year before swimming to sea. Surviving salmon return as 3-year-olds to spawn and die. Over 130 wildlife species benefit from salmon, and the remaining fish carcasses decompose and nourish the forest. In their remarkable journey, salmon unite mountains, forest, and sea. Here, I'll record you falling in.
there's something in there. Weird.
What do you see?
Yeah.
It's a stick.
No, that.
It's a part of a branch.
Okay.
How's the water? Cold?
Yeah. Really cold.
That's not even from glaciers, though.
Wow.
The springs underground. It gets cool here at nights. It was in the 50s last night. A broken one.
It's still standing, kind of, basically. Not really.
It's being held up by a.
It kind of looks like it's
Another
still
tree.
alive.
Well, that moss is probably still growing on it.
No, I mean like real soft, real leaves.
Ground cover. There is almost no bare ground. Herbs, mosses, ferns, and shrubs grow dense, so dense that they leave little room for new sprouts. In their struggle for growing space, young spruce trees are starting life on a unique nursery, a nearby fallen log.
Let's look at this. There's a north log and there's a spruce. There's a salmonberry shrub, a horsetail, a sword fern, a water parsley, and an oxalis.
Oxalis, maybe? Green draperies. Some rainforest trees are more luxuriantly clothed than others. Notice the rough bark and spreading boughs of big leaf maple. The clinging mosses and moss-like plants don't drain their host, but catch moisture and minerals from the breeze. Sometimes the added weight, though, breaks branches. Got a lot of moss up in that tree.
Big leaf maple.
Yep. Look at the moss up there.
That moss looks dead.
Some of it is, yep. Right there, that's dead.
That's dead and down.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've made it back to the loop, Aiden, so that is the end of the Spruce Trail.
But there has to be more signs though.
Spruce Nature Trail is complete.
Now you're gonna get your journal or your notebook, get ready for everything, and write down it in the next page.
Today's word of the day is old growth forest. They are very old trees, sometimes many centuries old, feature multi-layer canopies, which is like layers of the trees, if you don't know. 34% of the world's forest, that is a lot. Threats include logging, expansion of agriculture, and development.
Thank you for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Visit our online channel. You can buy lots of things on it. Or a journal. You can buy a journal on my online website.